Everybody. Okay, good morning everyone, and we are Team Love Team. Our app solution is called Iswara app. Alright, so let's go, let's get started. We all know that it is important not to lose as much possible rice yields, for we know that rice seedlings are too sensitive for too much wearing and too much drying. Over the years, farmers use the technique alternating wetting and drying. But according to Dr. Elizabeth Humphreys, for she said that anybody can do alternate wetting and drying. But the question is, how do you do it safely so you don't lose any yields? So for this problem, we come up for a solution that the current solution that the farmers use right now, they use the filled water tube, wherein they bury the tube and then manually measure the water level of the soil. So we come up for this solution. It is a two-part solution that automatically reads the soil level. It's not the moisture level, but the level of the water under the soil. Our system has two parts. The sensor part for this presentation, it is just a basic sensor, and then the application part, wherein it uses the data that reads from the sensor reading, so that the farmers or researchers can build up actually other application on top of those data for research or for better decision making. So, okay. So to better understand how our application works, we can install numbers of these sensors around the fields. So we can create many of these, and then it's connected to microcontroller, something like this. 50 of this can be designed to connect to one microcontroller. Then this microcontroller is responsible to send its data to the cloud. So how maybe we can send the data via SMS. But for this presentation, we use this laptop's internet connection, so we can transport the data to the web. So our mobile app can use that data. This is our mobile application. As you can see, we hope that farmers can visually understand this. We can see later in our mobile app that this level is color blue, meaning this is the wet part, and the upper is the dry one. So for the demonstration, okay, so let's see our... Oops. Okay, this is our mobile app. So we need to to better understand our application, okay, we need to bury our sensor under the soil. So currently it has an initial reading. Then we need to have the connection. Alright. So we can see the water level is below 4 inches from the water surface. So when the farmers decide that we need to irrigate the soil because it is going down, it's dangerous for the rice field. So, for example, the farmers irrigate the soil. Okay, they irrigate it. So we are expected that the water displayed there should rise up. So to better understand, we refresh our application here. We refresh it. Hopefully, it loads the data. Okay, so we see that it works. Alright, so I'm so glad it works. Okay, so the benefits are, can we view again this presentation? Alright, benefits for water. For the benefits, no longer to manually check the water level twice a week for the farmers. And also, it automatically saves sensor reading for research data. When the data is the cloud, we can invite developers to actually, hey, man, build an application, use this data. So, statistically, mathematically, so we come up for better insights for those data. And of course, it's instantaneous, and we hopefully build the local sensors here locally. So it is more cheaper and more opportunity for the Filipinos. Future possibilities of our application. We are we aim to integrate other sensors to this application. For example, we can get the data of temperature, moisture, wind, and others. We believe that getting those data automatically will be a big lift for all of us. So, yeah, we believe on that. And most especially, the connection of our system prototype here, it's just borrowed the internet connection of this laptop. But for the implementation design, actually we need an SMS connection to transmit the data. Because we understand that Wi-Fi connection in the field is not accessible. But the mobile frequency is available. So it is better to use the SMS. Okay, so I think time's up. Alright, we're just in time. Thank you very much.
Alright. Can we now have the questions of the judges? We have 2 minutes.
How do you connect the sensors to that blue box?
Yeah, so this sensors has a different level of sensitivity for water. Then it is connected to the ports, wired connection. Yeah, connection. But the design is for example, every half hectares, we can put a microcontroller in every half hectares. So then, yeah.
Can you do it on a wireless from the sensor to the...
That could be very costly. So the design is, sensor is connected wired to the microcontroller, and then the microcontroller is transmitting its data through GSM. So in that sense, I think that's more visible for all of us. So it depends on the implementation, more on research part for the improvement. Is there other questions for our... Yeah, sir? Oh, that's great for me because I'm not... oh yeah, sir, what is it jokes? Oh, okay. For the sensors, as you can see that this is the frame that we use on the lampshade. This usually designs like this. Then when I walk in the Ace Hardware, I saw this and I think I can hack this. So I think the sensor may cost, we must produce this less than 200. Because just we need to improvise the sensor because it is built for the water. But the design for soil, we will use a sponge just to absorb the water. It takes time, little time to take a research on that, but it's not possible. It's possible. It's very, very possible. Yeah.
So the setup is from sensor to microcontroller wires, then from microcontroller to data center, which is
the laptop, or
wired or
it is wireless. So if we take this off, this microcontroller has a built-in GSM on this. And this is the one capable of transmitting the data, GSM. Then that GSM receives from a server through smart API. It receives the data. Then that data is now available for use on the cloud. For this instance, what we did is we transmit the data on Twitter. As we can see, we parse this data, sector number 18, that's the flat number. 00001, 1 is the level of the moisture. Then we just parse that so that our web application, because a lot of tutorials right now can mobile tutorials teach how to read data from Twitter. So we utilize that. So, okay, time's up. I think we're just in time. Hey, by the way, I just want to use this opportunity to greet my girlfriend and partner. Happy anniversary! This is our 5th year anniversary, and we celebrated with you. Thank you, guys.